Back, a horrific incident occurred in Hyderabad, ladies and gentlemen, which led to the death of a class 3 student. Young Deekshita was with her father on a scooter trying to avoid potholes on the road. A school bus hit the scooter from behind. Deekshita unfortunately fell off and was run over by the school bus, dying on the spot while her father sustained a fracture. A case has been registered against the driver of the bus.
This is the exact spot where class 3 student Deekshita lost her life after she came under the wheels of a bus. But there is more to this story. Yesterday at around 7:30, when Deekshita's father was dropping her off to her school, DPS here, on a bike, they were hit by a school van from the backside. Such was the impact that Deekshita fell on the other side of the road and the bus ran over her. Not just that, the father in this case lost control because of this particular pothole that you can see. The Deekshita and her father, Deekshita was the pillion rider here. When they were traveling, the father came over this pothole, and while he was trying to maneuver through this road, Deekshita's father, with Deekshita as his pillion, were riding through this broken road. That is when a speeding bus hit them from behind. Deekshita fell off on the other side of the road. The father in this case sustained injuries, and within no time the school van just ran over Deekshita, leaving her dead at this very spot.
So crumbling urban infrastructure claiming another life, ladies and gentlemen. 8-year-old Deekshita loses her life. Who is to blame? Call us in and share your views. The number flashing on our screen 0120-434-1895. But I'm joined by Swastika, who's reporting live from Hyderabad. Swastika, what's the latest in the investigation?
Well, Deekshita's father, who has sustained serious head injuries and a fracture, also continues to remain in the hospital. The family, of course, is not in a position to speak. But yes, this story has triggered a lot of reactions. Primarily, the official police report says that it was overspeeding that killed 8-year-old Deekshita. But what happened at the spot, and we were there this morning while filing that report, we saw that the entire stretch of road is rickety, it's broken, poor quality material, further exposed by the continuous rains that Hyderabad had been seeing for the last 1 week. Exact way of incident that took place, we don't have CCTV footage, but through eyewitness accounts, what we have learned is that Deekshita, pillion rider father, was driving on that stretch of road when they lost control while trying to dodge a pothole, while trying to maneuver through those rickety roads. That's when they were hit by a school van from behind. They fell on the right side of the road. The school van lost control and ran over Deekshita. She died on the spot, and the father has sustained serious injuries, again completely broken. In fact, yesterday, heartwarming scenes from that spot where they were seen holding on to the body of Deekshita. This morning when I visited that spot, the very spot where she died, were filled with flowers and candles. But what raises the question here is, even though the police says this is a case of rash driving, section 304 and 337 of the IPC imposed, but what about the bad quality of roads? Eyewitnesses there say that parents there are a lot of schools in that particular area, they have to traverse through the same broken roads every day, further worsened by the rains. Not just that particular stretch, take a walk around any gully in Hyderabad, apart from the glitzy, glamorous IT buildings that the city boasts of, most of the road infrastructure is, to say the least, pathetic because they are broken, patchwork yet to be done. Even in the outer ring road which links to the airport was something which saw lots of cracks cropping up because of the rain. So when the infrastructure is at a dilapidated level, and despite raising multiple complaints, as eyewitnesses say, there has been no fixture from the side of the GHMC or the government. The other aspect of the story is that who is going to be accountable for this death? Yes, rash driving is one of the reasons, but a debate on social media is also raging. Family WhatsApp groups are also raising the same questions, saying what about the road infrastructure? And this particular stretch of road, we took a walk through there this morning, completely broken, and there seems to be no accountability. In fact, the debris material from the constructions of these high rises are also left on the road, despite the Chief Minister of Telangana, K. Chandrasekhar Rao, making it categorically clear back in November that the roads of Hyderabad should shine like mirrors. But that seems to be far from reality as far as some pockets of Hyderabad is concerned, and especially in school areas.
Right, Swastika, as you're pointing out, multiple complaints have been raised when it comes to this area. As you're pointing out, there are a lot of schools also over there. What is the reaction coming in from the local administration? Because it's also an election year when it comes to Telangana as well. So are citizen groups planning to press the government to address this entire urban infrastructure issue that has led to the loss of a 8-year-old loss of life of an 8-year-old girl? It's a shocking incident that has come in from one of the most urbanized cities in the country, something that has been an example when it comes to the urban infrastructure of India.
Well, look, if you were to walk through Hyderabad, what you would see today are high rises. Of course, the IT is booming here. You have a lot of companies signing MOUs and then coming up with their own buildings here. What happens is that the debris of these construction materials are left on the ground. And I'm not talking about the glitzy and the glamorous parts of Hyderabad, which is Gachibowli, and even the area that we are reporting from is the administrative area of Hyderabad. If you go into any gully, and this Bachupalli area where the accident took place, most of the residents that we spoke to say that there are so many there are so many constructions happening, mainly skyscrapers and all kinds of residential societies are being developed left, right and center. Despite raising multiple complaints with the administration that the roads need address, year on year, in fact, every rainy season, every monsoon season, you see a barrage of citizens writing to the local authorities here, GHMC, on Twitter asking them to fix the roads. In this particular incident, yes, Dikshita lost her life when the speeding van ran over her. But the fact that they were struggling through a pothole, struggling through those broken patches of road which led to them getting disbalanced and then falling off the bike, and ultimately that ill-fated incident taking place also raises a lot of questions on when will the administration wake up when it comes to fixing of the roads. Several areas in and around area like Miapur, Bachupalli, these are the areas which are seeing rampant expansions when it comes to construction of let's say high-rises buildings. So what happens to the rest of the roads? Many of the infrastructure crumbling, so many citizens writing on Twitter, and this is certainly, as you rightly mentioned, is going to be a very big issue in the run-up to the elections here, because traffic is going to be a big issue, and many say that Hyderabad is perhaps reaching at a stage where Bengaluru is right now when it comes to the traffic infrastructure. And when you have incidents like this, multiple factors being attributed to it. The top number one is of course overspeeding, for which the driver has been held accountable, arrested. But damaged road is also one of the major factors which parents say led to this unfortunate death of class 3 student Dikshita.
Right. Thank you, Swastika, for getting us the latest from Hyderabad. Tragic news coming in from Hyderabad, where an 8-year-old girl has died because a pothole caused that accident and she was run over by a bus. Now, the driver has been arrested, but at the end of the day, it's the urban traps in India's big cities which are also to blame. That's something that cannot be ignored. We're going to take a quick break. More news and updates on the other side.